Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and productive day. And in the news this morning, Montego Mayor adamant on reining in stray animals. Montego Bay Mayor Richard Vernon says the legislative hurdles are currently impeding the ability of the municipal corporations in Western Jamaica to establish and operate a centralized pound for stray animals. However, Vernon said his administration at the St. James Municipal Corporation plans to issue permits to suitable private sector operators following the Christmas and the New Year holidays to address the problem in St. James. According to Vernon, the St. James Municipal Corporation and the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation have been exploring the idea of establishing a regional pound following the last local government elections, as it is now clear, based on the growing number of road accidents, including fatal ones that have been caused by stray animals, that the situation needs to be addressed urgently. Legislative restrictions may cause such a move to be challenging. As such, we will move forward by issuing licenses to register the companies that meet the requisite competencies for pound operation, explained Vernon. Vernon said that over the years, the various municipal corporations in the region have attempted to maintain animal pounds, but their efforts have proven futile for various reasons, including outdated legislation. Notwithstanding the nuances that hinder preventative actions, one thing is certain: we need to protect our roadways and the community from the dangers of stray animals, said Vernon. Therefore, the St. James Municipal Corporation will advertise the license application in the first quarter of 2025 to facilitate potential pound operators. As for the region, it would serve us well to establish an identical system to ensure pound operators can expand across municipalities for a sustainable operation. Vernon, the sitting councillor for the Montego Bay South Division and the chairman of the St. James Municipal Corporation, said that the challenges being posed by stray animals is now a major inconvenience to citizens of the parish. The matter of stray animals is beyond ridiculous, and as recently as this week, I saw footage of a community invaded by cows. This is highly inconvenient for proprietors and utterly dangerous along roadways, said Vernon. Westmoreland, especially the roadway between Savannah Lamar and Negril, has become notorious for stray animals over recent years. Several motorcyclists have been killed in accidents with stray animals, especially at night, when the situation is compounded by poor street lighting. NSWMA asked for understanding, reslowed garbage collection services. Despite the garbage collection services being disrupted for months by consistent rainfall, resulting in backlogs, Executive Director of the National Solid Waste Management Authority, Audley Gordon, has said that the authority worked overtime to keep town centers and the main roads clean for the Yuletide season. Gordon said that normal garbage collection services are expected to resume by mid-January once the backlogs are significantly cleared. Speaking with the news on Friday, Gordon said that the agency faced significant setbacks due to persistent rainfall between August and late November of this year, which affected dirt tracks at the disposal sites and resulted in a backlog of garbage in some areas. Given those developments, the NSWMA implemented measures to prevent a garbage backlog crisis after Christmas and the Boxing Day activities. We've instituted a round-the-clock operation in the last 2.5–3 weeks as we approached the Christmas season. We go deep in the night, so I'm talking to people on the road like 1 a.m. They are still out there collecting, Gordon explained. In relation to garbage collection after Christmas and the Boxing Day, Gordon said that the NSWMA was able to keep the town centers and the main roads in a pretty decent shape. He added that we've gotten all the Christmas Grant Market garbage out of the space. We are now back on track in terms of what our regular collections ought to be, he shared. However, Gordon acknowledged that the authority still faces a backlog from the previous 3 to 4 months of slowed operations. He appealed to the public for understanding and cooperation. We just ask for you to properly containerize your garbage to make it easier for the crew when they come. The workers can just take up and move on, and that gives a more efficient service, Gordon urged. Frustrated and needy St. Thomas residents appeal for help to get on social assistance program. Paula Graham, who has been trying since the COVID-19 pandemic to get her 2 sons registered on the program of advancement through health and education, says that she has now given up, even though she is not working and is struggling to send one of them to high school. The mother of 4, who was also desirous of registering herself on the program, said that she had made several attempts to get her 14-year-old and her 20-year-old, who suffers from Down syndrome, on the program, but without luck. Every time I try still, it's like nothing happen, so I just leave it alone, she said. Graham shared that she used to sell juices but was forced to stop after the fridge broke down. According to her, due to financial hardship, she is unable to send her son to school every day but tries her very best to ensure that he remains in school. Graham is one of several residents from the Salt Lake community in St. Thomas who are struggling to make ends meet, but say they are experiencing difficulties in getting registered on the path and are calling for the authorities to intervene. Some of the citizens hustle from a nearby dump to survive. Another resident, Beverly Anderson, said she was taken off the program because of re-registration and similarly has been trying without much success to get reinstated. The 50-year-old woman, who is obese and diabetic, said her weight issue started around 1997 and owing to that, she is unable to work because of shortness of breath whenever she moves. Anderson, who has also expressed a desire for assistance to start a seasoning or cleaning chemicals stall at her home, believes that the path would make a difference in her life. My life is very hard because sometimes me want go by the hospital. Me can't make it because every time the vehicle them through me can do the walk-in, them charge about $2,500 or so. And 1 year odd me never get to go by the hospital because me couldn't find the money. And anytime I get like a $1,000, me have to try find food, said Anderson as she sat at her doorway cooking her dinner on a coal stove. She also noted that she recently went to the hospital and was given documents to do blood and heart tests but is unable to find the funds to do them. However, unlike Graham, Anderson has not given up on the program, and according to her daughter, Jodian Jackson, she recently went to the St. Thomas Path office to re-register her mother and is awaiting approval. Another woman who did not wish to be identified by name said that she too has been trying for a while to get her son on the program and has filled out the forms but is yet to get approval. It's like me not qualify, like because of the work we do, she said while sharing that she is a sex worker. My child not go school all the time, part could have helped stop a gap, she added. Farmer and the tradesman Wayne Roberts, who said that none of his children or grandchildren have ever benefited, said that the personnel at the path need to start visiting communities to see for themselves that the persons are truly in need. Me have 57 going 58 and I have 14 picnic and 5 grand picnic and none of them have never been on part. The grand picnic them grandmother ever try and none of them have ever been on part. My biggest grand picnic 18 now. My picnic them mother tried till she dead and gone and none of them never get on part, she said. Roberts questioned why persons across Jamaica who are not among the neediest have got on the program while those who are truly in need are being given a fight. The people at part, they should come out and see who need to go on the program. Not sit down on your backside in our office and hear who fi go on part. Come and look and see who fi go on it, he said. Roberts said that while not everyone in the community is in need, many of the residents are desperately in need of the intervention. At the same time, he said persons who are benefiting must ensure that the children are receiving the assistance. Some people are dying to get part so that they can buy here or through them partner. Some of them abuse the help, he said. One woman who said that she had been placed on the program and was receiving help for herself and her 2 children has lauded the benefits and is also urging the authorities to assist more persons from the community in getting on the program. Every other month, me can know say me I go collect $10,000 or $11,000 and me go buy some food when me know can serve we. Me make sure me buy me children snacks and find them bus fares cause them get lunch at school. We just want everybody to get little help cause even though some people say that if you have a little TV or fridge, you now get part to buy like dresser or stove. A simple something that, but that not say them not in need of part and it is very helpful, she said. Senator Damian Crawford, in a video highlighting the citizens' plight, which he shared via social media last month, called for the authorities to visit the community and assist the citizens. If we have an activity that should relieve this level of poverty, then the school should play a part, social workers should play a part, and the child should never be allowed to suffer the consequence, even if the parent did not take on whatever they were to take on, he said. He argued that it was situations like this that give rise to absenteeism in schools, as the parents are unable to find a bus fare and lunch money. We want PATH to visit, and we want the social workers to be assigned to the area to continue other types of intervention, not just the PATH, but health and education, as some of the children may be behind in their numeracy and literacy, said the opposition shadow minister for education. He said there should be a general intervention in rural and impoverished communities across the island so that the children can get a chance. At the end of their school experience, only 18% is receiving the minimum standard, and so we have to ferret out every single reason that is causing this. And if people are allowed to live in communities without adequate intervention, in my opinion, this is one of the reasons, Crawford said. Meanwhile, Colonel Charles Jr., Minister of Labor and Social Security, when contacted about the situation, said he had not received an official report about the community, but that there was a team of officers in the parish who could visit and make the necessary assessment. If there are any families or individuals who fit the criteria and should be receiving support, then it is my responsibility to ensure that they do get on the path, Charles said. In the meantime, the minister reiterated that the PATH is reviewing its selection process and eligibility. In his contribution to the sectorial debate in May, Charles said, "We aim to crush the myth that the mere fact that persons have certain appliances or modern amenities in their home means that they cannot benefit from being on PATH. We cannot have Jamaicans in 2024 still thinking that merely having stove, fridge, microwave or flush toilet will disqualify them from being on PATH." Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.